Welcome back to Inside the Vault. Joining me, Jill and Alonzo right now, Motor Trend Editor-in-Chief Angus McKenzie. And we're talking about modern fathers, and probably for the modern father, and I have 3 children that drive and one's about a month away, that's the scary stuff. If you've never been to church in your life, when they start driving, you start going to church because it is intimidating.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the sad fact is that teen drivers are among the most at-risk group on the roads today. It's this deadly combination of inexperience and that sense of invulnerability we all have when we're young.
Distractions is really the key, don't you think? I mean, all of us have probably been guilty at one time or another of answering a phone, God forbid, texting on the road. But for teens, they are so used to texting and communicating. It's like, I know they do it while they're driving.
You know, a car is a deadly weapon if it's not driven with care and control.
Where I was raised in the South, I learned how to drive in my grandpa's garden. So it was safe. I had a lot of open, fields to practice around it. But in a city, where is a kid supposed to learn?
I was going to say, because I was looking for those open fields when I was learning to drive in New York. We didn't have a whole lot of them. You know, you could drive in an open field, but the police would definitely be involved. So, no, I did it that way, though. I went and I got my permit. And then my parents were like, we're not going to teach you to drive because they felt they were too close. So they sent me to driving school.
Well, my friend Justin Bell, the racing driver, his niece, 16-year-old, has had a couple of fender benders already. And so, being a professional driver, he thought it might be a great opportunity to take her to school and see whether she can learn something about driving.
Car crashes are the leading cause of death for teenagers here in the US. Yet we let teens drive with only minimal training. While the average teen athlete is given over 1,000 hours of supervised coaching and practice, most states require only 50 hours of driving experience before handing a teen a license. No wonder teen drivers are 4 times more likely to crash than any other age group. A good example is my niece Jenna. She's 16 and has already had 2 pretty big crashes. That's why I've brought Jenna to the Bob Bondurant Racing School in Phoenix, Arizona. I want her to learn skills that may prevent her from having a 3rd crash, skills that may save her life and the lives of others.
Modern cars these days, take this Cruise for example, they have all kinds of safety equipment on them, airbags, anti-lock brake systems, traction control. But you know what, ultimately it's up to the driver to keep control of the car. They can't just rely on the car's computer to do everything for them. Are you ready to go do some driving?
I'm ready.
Where's that phone at?
Away.
Away.
And off.
All right, that's what I want to hear. Hop in your car. Eyes up and no texting. Go for it.
Sweet.
We're trying to get her to look a little farther ahead. We use the steering in a little bit different manner, just to get used to the slalom exercise.
Ooh.
So far, so good.
A little scary. I want a Corvette.
Slam on the brakes and stop the car as quick as you can. It's actually a lot easier to maneuver the car's energy over into another lane. Stay on it, stay on it, stay on it. Brake. Lift, turn, squeeze, react very quickly. And no texting. No texting. No texting.
Got it. No texting.
Nice. Well, you did pretty good out there.
Thank you.
And you didn't text or anything.
I know.
Let's get ready for our next exercise.
All right.
This is what we call the skid car. Oh, what happened?
I got confused.
She's an excellent student. She listens very well. She applied all the techniques that we wanted her to apply.
Well done.
Thanks.
Brilliant. Giving our kids the keys to their car is an important first step on their road to independence and adulthood. But giving them the opportunity to learn how to drive safely, to acquire road skills they'll use for years to come, is the gift that we'll keep on giving.
I say, that's brilliant. Honestly, every kid should have to do that before they're allowed on America's highway.
Well, you know, the sad fact is that too often the first time a lot of people experience a skid like that is when they're about to hit something.
You know, there is technology coming out, or at least I constantly hear about it, to where you can't text while the engine's on. You can't You know, you can't adjust the radio, you know, some of the GPS stuff, and you can't use that. And I mean, this is all sort of a moving target at this point, isn't it?
Well, we all want to be, you know, connected. We've heard a lot about how, you know, the connectivity in this world, everyone's on their gadgets, everyone wants to be, you know, in real time informed. But, you know, I really do think that on the roads, people really ought to concentrate on their driving instead of, you know, texting their buddies and wondering what they're going to be having for dinner that night.
Alonzo, see how much you miss being a parent?
You know the main thing I miss not being a dad? The payments.
Inside the Vault's coming right back after we talk to our attorneys. Here we go.
Good night. Good evening. What would you like to do?
Facebook newsfeed.
First post, Jennifer French. Best first date ever.
The all-new Chevy Cruze with real-time Facebook status updates. When the good news just can't wait.